What's up, guys? Welcome to the ABNC show. My name is Zain Hashimi, and I'm here with Josh Sharp. Josh, how you doing, man?
Dude, I'm chilling, man. It's been a good day. I finally watched Doom Patrol from last week,
hmm
and of course, as you always know, Crazy Jane is Bay for days. I'm good.
I saw your story. I'm still very behind. And joining us today, from MediaByte, the MediaByte writer Nathan Hicks. Right? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
There we
What's up, man?
go. Okay.
Also, the drunken dragon on Twitter. But yeah, chilling, man.
Gentlemen. And so this is your podcast debut, and what a podcast to start off on. We're honored.
I'm
Even
on
though-
it. Shit.
But yeah, let's get the ball rolling on this. I'm tired. It's already pretty late, so let's just jump right into it. Uh, no, we usually do like a funny thing at the beginning of these, but fuck it, we're just going right into it.
Yeah, nah, just go.
So James Gunn is back as the director for Guardians 3. Basically, this came out of Deadline. The decision to rehire Gunn was one that was mulled and actually made months ago. According to the article, he will still direct Suicide Squad 2 first, which should shoot later this year. Then Guardians 3 will start production immediately after that. So who wants to take the panel first on this one?
I'll go.
Alright.
I mean, like, I honestly, I kind of expected this to happen because there had been no. Because usually, whenever like a director leaves a project or something, you'll have like insiders say, "Oh, hey, the studio's looking at this set of directors to take over," or they're like, "Oh yeah, like the project's been shelved altogether until they can find somebody." But like, they always still had the same date.
Mhm.
They never, at least to my knowledge, I don't think they ever, like shelve. Well, actually, no. I think they did shelve it. I think they shelved it for a little bit while they were quote unquote looking for a director because
Mhm.
apparently they never actually did look for one. But I mean, like, my only like question about the whole thing is just like why fire him and be like super adamant about it and then just be like 9 months later be like, oh hey, you have your job back. Like it's just a little weird to me, just a little bit. So
Nathan?
I don't know. I mean, they could have been waiting to take the heat off. You know.
that's true.
Because-
That's actually what a lot of people have been thinking. They think that like they wanted to wait for everything to die down, like until they hired him back. Which I mean, still sort of kind of looks really bad if you ask me. Because I mean, when everything came out, it was like this big this big dramatic thing, and people were upset. So like to wait until people stop talking about it to be like, oh hey, we're gonna hire him back because that only just brings the stuff back up. At least in my opinion. So I mean,
That's fair.
yeah,
I mean,
I'm glad that they're not like oh hey fuck you Suicide Squad and then just like jumping back over to Marvel that the Suicide Squad is still happening and it's still
Right.
being made.
Mhm.
That it's actually taking precedence over Guardians, which is very interesting.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah, it's news.
I mean, the way I look at it, he was fired. There was no like, sweetener on that. They were done. The press release said that Disney severed all business ties with James Gunn. So I do believe he was fired. And that's the BS in that article was that they never really considered anyone else except for James Gunn. We know that's false. That's false. They were looking at other directors and nobody wanted the job because even like people like Taika Waititi, Phil Lord, and Chris Miller, like all these people were like, "Hey, that's James Gunn's things. We don't want to touch that." So clearly, and you had that cast that signed the open letter. Clearly, they didn't want anybody else. So and Dave Bautista has been like very vocal. He's been like saying, Disney disgusts me and all that. Like clearly, there was some bad handling about the firing for sure.
Yeah, no, Batista was extremely
He was pissed
about the whole thing.
So clearly,
Well, I mean, Josh, we were supposed to see some of them at Raleigh SuperCon last year, and they all quit when that news came out. They all never.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Batista had like a signing and then like a photo booth thing set up, and he didn't
Karen
show
Gillan
up.
was supposed to be there. James Gunn, his
His brother
brother was supposed to be there.
Shang Gunn. They were
Yeah.
supposed to have a panel too, and the panel got canceled. Everything.
damn. Yeah, so
Yeah.
clearly nobody like in front of the camera, behind the camera, was happy about this decision. And I think the whole like Suicide Squad thing, kind of was like, okay, maybe let's try to fix this a little bit. And I feel really happy for James Gunn for not only getting to do a Suicide Squad movie, but also getting his family back with Guardians 3. So
He's literally getting the best of both worlds.
he's
'Cause
getting the best of both worlds, and I'm excited for both movies.
I think before he even signed on for Guardians, he mentioned that Warner Brothers approached him about doing a DC movie, and he said no. I forget which property it was or which character it was, but yeah, no, they did approach him before he went over to Marvel.
Mhm.
And I guess once he was let go by Marvel, they were just like, oh, here's our time to see if we can try to throw something at him to see if maybe he'd be interested. And obviously now he's working on Suicide Squad, and now he's getting Guardians back, so he literally can do. I don't think any director has done that. Has any
Right.
director actually directed a Marvel movie and a DC movie? None are coming to my mind.
Other than Joss Whedon, but that doesn't really count.
See,
that doesn't really count.
Fuck that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think what else. No, this would be a first, like simultaneously, because literally James Gunn, fresh off of Guardians 2, is going to be doing the Suicide Squad, and then right after that is going to Guardians 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm pretty stoked, and but also to be honest, I would not be surprised come few weeks. I'm not saying this is legit. I'm not saying this is what's gonna happen. I would not be shocked. 2 months from now, we hear Warner Brothers and James Gunn leaves Suicide Squad due to creative differences, quote unquote creative differences, or quote unquote scheduling conflicts, but they'll still use his script or whatever. I would not be shocked if that happens.
I could see that happening. I
Yeah.
honestly could see that happening because the fact that they said that Suicide Squad is going to take precedence over Guardians 3
Mhm.
was a little baffling to me, considering Guardians is his baby,
Right.
and for him to kind of push that to the side to work on Suicide Squad, unless he's really stoked about Suicide Squad.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Maybe
So-
he is, because he's been on this since August, I think. So he's been on it for a while. And they said
I think the rumors started around September-ish, yeah.
and they said
September, October.
they said they were looking to film later this year, so it's got to be almost done. And hopefully he's passionate about it, because I want to see a James Gunn Suicide Squad movie. So
I want to see that too, actually.
yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, James Gunn's going to do both, which is pretty awesome. But do you think, just spitballing, there's a 50% chance it's something along the lines of, we'll still use the script, but due to scheduling conflicts, James Gunn will no longer direct the Suicide Squad?
Guess me, if that happens, it's bullshit.
Oh, I mean, if it happens, it's his choice.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
The thing is, the more that you say it, the more likely I think it is. I'd be surprised if it doesn't happen.
Mhm.
But I mean,
Because to be fair, when it comes to Warner Brothers, how many times have we heard creative differences when it comes to their DC films?
literally, every director that's left. You've got Doug Liman, who was supposed to direct Justice League Dark. He left due to scheduling conflicts and creative differences.
And we'll
Rick
get to the
Famuyiwa-
Flash. We'll get to the Flash.
Rick Famuyiwa, and I think there's been multiple directors that were on for the Flash, because there was Rick Famuyiwa, and then there was another guy
Mhm.
who I think it was Seth Graham-Smith.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Seth
Seth
Grahame-Smith.
Graham-Smith. He was supposed to direct it,
Right.
and then he left. So I mean,
And that was based on a draft. At first, we'll get there. But
so yeah. Warner Brothers is famous for letting directors walk due to quote unquote creative
differences. But we know there's more going on behind the scenes. But I'm hoping that's not the case, because I do want to see, at the end of the day, I want to see both movies. I want to see a great Suicide Squad movie, and I want to see a great conclusion to this Guardians story, because James Gunn, when he was working on Volume 3 at the time, he said this would be the last movie with this set of Guardians, in the story. So I'm curious to see how that goes. And at least the script for Volume 3 was almost done. So it's not right after Suicide Squad 2, there will be years before we get Volume 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Any last
That's what
thoughts?
happens. Nate, do you have anything to add?
I mean, with Gunn coming back to Guardians, I mean, either way, I think it's as a fan of Guardians, it's a win for us.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there's a time difference, we're gonna get what we expected to get in the long run,
Right.
and that's a positive.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Next thing up, out of nowhere, we got an Avengers Endgame trailer.
I was about to say something.
So just out of let's do it like just next door, out of nowhere, Avengers Endgame. Who wants to take it?
Go for it, Nate. Go for it.
The hype is real. The first trailer, I was excited, but this one, I mean, the hype is real. Those new suits walking out, the white,
Oh, so good.
looks sick.
So good.
Like I we were at work and I saw the news, and everyone at work, we gathered around my laptop and I pulled up the trailer and blew it up full screen, and we were just geeking the whole time. I mean, it was pretty.
What's crazy? What was crazy for me was that like I hadn't slept that night, so I was legit getting in bed right before the trailer. I legit closed my eyes and then my phone started buzzing, and I was trying to ignore it, and then I ended up muting my phone, and then I was laying there for a little bit, and I was just like, why was my phone blowing up? Like my phone usually is pretty dry. It's fucking dry, man. Somebody talk to me. But I opened up my phone and I went to Twitter and I was just like, Endgame trailer. I said what? So I hopped up, pulled it up on my laptop, and I was watching it, and I was just like, holy shit! That's when I typed in the chat, and I was just like, oh my god, like. The trailer is fucking dope because you've got them wearing the. It's funny because like remember all of those outlets were saying, oh yeah, those like
white suits are fake.
Quantum Realm suits were fake. Like those aren't in Avengers. And then it's like one of the last shots of the trailer. Honestly, I hate the way those suits look. I don't like the way the suits look. But the thing about it is, I don't think that they were created to look good. They're just created for a purpose. The suits serve a purpose,
right?
So. I mean,
I think they look great, man.
Yeah, I think they look badass.
Hey,
I'm all
about whitening out my suits. Yeah,
I'm not a fan of the way the suits look, but I know the purpose of the suits. I know why they exist in the film. There was a particular shot of the film that I thought was pretty interesting. There's a shot where Ant-Man is in I don't know, he's in a war zone or whatever, and he's hopping off of a pencil. Then you see Nebula,
yeah, I saw that.
who seems to be in the same kind of setting. She's screaming and running after somebody. I'm like, we know that the Russos only made available, I think, the first 8 to 10 minutes of the film to the people who create the trailers. So I'm just what happens in the first 10 minutes?
I think that's very loose when he said I'm pretty sure it's all first act stuff, maybe.
But classic misdirection.
Yeah, also classic misdirection.
Also, the thing about it is just if it ends up being in the first 10 minutes, what the hell is going on?
To be fair, Marvel alters their trailers all the time. All the time.
That looks like the climactic battle of the film or something like that. So I don't know. It's interesting the way that the Russos and Marvel Studios has handled the marketing for this movie is brilliant, because not only do they want to keep the secrecy of the film, which I think is a really good idea, the Avengers brand sells. You don't have to show a lot to get people in the seats, because they already know by now that they're going to be walking into a movie that is at least really good.
Mm-hmm. And DC couldn't, Warner Brothers and DC couldn't get away with this. If they tried to do this with Shazam, they couldn't do it. They wouldn't have the same amount of success, because not only is Shazam not a very popular character, I mean, in the eyes of the casual moviegoer, the DCEU or the DC movies in the past 5 years have been kind of mixed. So you can't have that same kind of effect. We're not going to show you too much of the film. So I loved the trailer. I think it's really cool to see Cap have his shield back. Oh. He's probably gonna fucking die, and I'm gonna cry. Don't say that.
All of the geek tears.
No way. I don't think anyone's gonna die. Calling it right now.
Hot take right now.
Hot take. They all survive. Hot take.
I mean,
yeah. We'll see if you're saying that. Fuck, dude. Endgame comes out next month.
Exactly. Almost just a little over a month, like literally a month and a week, I think.
That
So
is,
close.
I mean, I might tinkle my pants just thinking about it.
my feet be hard.
Look, the first half of this trailer was just flashbacks, but I loved it. Like, and I love the like.
Well, let's not forget that everything was like grayed out with like
except for
splashes
the
of
reds,
red everywhere.
exactly. I love that. It was like the
Those
Schindler's List effect. It was so
So
good.
good.
And like like this is what they're leading to, and like this is kind of like look at how far we've come, and like look at where we're going now. This is what we've been building towards, and you don't know a single goddamn thing about what we're building towards. So I cannot wait for this movie. And those
I
white
can't
suits.
wait, but I am so scared of what's gonna come after.
Well, what do you mean? Like what movie's gonna come after? Or like what
I
stories?
mean, we know kind of what movies and stories are coming after, but like the whole dynamic, like everything about the MCU
is gonna change.
changes, and that's scary.
Yeah, we're not gonna be ready for this, man. We're really excited about this movie, but we are not ready for this movie.
Oh no, I thought I was ready for Infinity War, man. That movie messed me up.
Exactly, and I think this movie's gonna mess everybody up even more because we're not prepared for it. Because with Infinity War, we knew like, okay, Thanos is gonna grab some stone stuff. They have to try to stop him. Here, we have no idea what the basic story is, like, other than like they're gonna they gotta try to stop Thanos, but how? Like, we don't know.
Yeah, I'm like Thanos completed his goal.
He's
Everyone's
done.
gone. The only person that had somewhat of an idea of what was happening got dusted. Doctor Strange is gone.
Mhm.
Like, so you literally have to rely on Iron Man, Tony, the freaking Captain America, fucking Hawkeye to save the day.
Not to
Like,
mention Rocket.
Hawkeye's my dude, though, dude. We will not talk about Mohawk Eye in a bad way.
Oh, no Mohawk Eye slander on the podcast.
Mohawk Eye is gonna win the whole thing, hands down.
Fuck that hairstyle.
It's so good.
It's so bad. He looks like a peacock.
It looks pretty good. I think he rocks it pretty well.
Somebody I saw a meme. I forget who posted it. They said the reason why he has that hairstyle is because his barber got fucking dusted. He was like, yo, let me get this.
He couldn't
Yeah, let me
finish
get
the
this.
job.
Look at this. Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't get this haircut, and he just fucking gets dusted halfway through.
I've seen some memes with like the side of his head getting dusted. And
Yep.
he's out for vengeance.
You know what? Like the worst part of of this whole thing is that there's that one section towards the beginning of the trailer when it shows Hawkeye on his farm still, and it's presumably his daughter shooting that arrow. You know it's gonna happen, and it's gonna crush everybody. You know.
Oh yeah, no, she's gonna be like firing the arrow, or whatever, and he's like, all right, aim for the target.
Mhm.
So he's gonna be standing at the target, waiting for it to happen. He's gonna turn.
You
her
know
left.
his entire family's
Fucking
toast,
ashes.
and it's just gonna
Yeah.
destroy. It's gonna destroy everybody in the theater. Like no,
Not me, because I don't care about Hawkeye or his.
I
family.
will cry.
I mean,
I will cry manly tears of sadness.
I'll be honest. Like in the first Avengers movie, I wasn't like fuck Hawkeye. I was just like, fuck Hawkeye. But Age of Ultron really did.
Fuck.
Age of Ultron really did make him a likable character, and I've come to root for him since.
I was pissed in the first Avengers, man. They shafted him in that one, and I'm glad that they helped him out in the second one. They made him look pretty good, and it just cemented the fact that I love.
I just can't bring myself to care about Hawkeye. I mean, he's not a bad character. It's just like if I had to choose between him or Cap, I'd pick Cap 10 times out of 10 because Cap is a much more likable character in my opinion.
For me, it's a 6 out of 10. I'd pick one over the other, but I've told you some Hawkeye comics to read. He's got some good stuff.
Yeah, I'll get to it eventually when I have literally nothing else to read. I'm on my deathbed.
Josh needs to read Hawkeye. All right, so
That's a negative.
So yeah, go for it.
I was just like, what really bothered me about this trailer? The fact that people were bitching that the first half were flashbacks. Like, they're not showing anything.
They were all,
flashbacks.
I loved it. I
Dumbass.
loved that.
I hate people, man.
Dude,
But-
I'd rather get nothing in my trailer than get the whole movie fucking spoiled.
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
did for Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did want to ask this question. We're getting close to the movie. We know Kevin Feige came out, I think today actually. He said he's dubbed this whole 10 years saga as the Infinity Saga. So Who do you think is going to kill Thanos?
As long as it's not, if it's anyone other than Captain Marvel, and I'll tell you why. I think, mind you, she's just coming into the MCU. Yes, of course, in the MCU actual like world, she's existed for a very long time. But this movie is for people who didn't see Captain Marvel. This would be their first introduction to the character.
Mm-hmm. But like,
I don't think it would be fair to have her come in and get the final blow when we've been on the journey with these other characters for over 10 years.
It's going to be one of the.
It'll be the original group.
Yeah, that's why they're still there.
The original group teamed up. All of the original group. One big fight. Mm-hmm. Thanos is going to get his ass handed to him throughout that whole thing. Someone's going to say something like super awesome, and then a final blow, and that'll be it.
Yeah, but who's going to deliver? I think Captain Marvel will give some much needed firepower, but who's going to give the final blow? It's got to be one of. It's going to be one of the original 6.
Ooh,
Captain America.
I don't know. I think
there's something.
It's got to be between.
It's
Thor, or Iron Man got it. I think
there's something.
Thor had his chance. They're not going to give him another chance.
Yeah.
They're not going to give him another
Tony's got it.
Good shot.
Yeah, there's something poetic.
Tony's got it.
There's something poetic about Tony being the one that kills Thanos. I think there's because he's the one that started this whole damn cinematic universe. It started with him. It ends with him.
Yeah,
so I
agree. Tony.
Yeah, I think or could be Hawkeye.
Fuck no.
If it's Hawkeye, dude, I will shit myself.
What about Hulk? He needs round 2.
I think
Hulk's gonna get in and get some big heavy hits in, and I think that's gonna be it.
Yeah, I don't see fucking Professor Hulk doing any like real damage. By the way, I hate the way that design looks. He looks so bad. He looks absolutely.
I mean, to be fair, that's just that was just on a popcorn, whatever. So it'll probably look different.
No. I'm not talking about the one that was on the popcorn thing. Like there was a full HD image of.
Oh, the concept art.
Yeah, and it looks like butt. It looks like absolute trash, and I don't like it. I get what they're trying to do, like they're merging Hulk and Banner into one, to where he has Banner's mind, but Hulk's strength. I get that. I understand that. I'm very well versed when it comes to Hulk comics. I understand that, but it just looks like trash. They did it better in the comics, I think. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I think whoever does deliver the final blow, by doing so, they're going to die. I think whatever power it takes to reverse the effects of the Infinity Gauntlet and to take down Thanos once and for all, that is going to kill whoever does it.
Mm-hmm.
So also, I could see it being Tony. I could see it being Captain America, because I do believe one of them or both of them will die. So we
know there's also going to be a pretty big time gap in this movie, because like there's shots with Cap looking at Black Widow's hair, Cap's beard, so like how does that all factor into the movie? Like there's some awesome, really, really great theories floating around the internet. I'm sure you guys have probably read them.
Rip Cap's beard, though. That was a legendary beard.
It was a legendary beard.
They should have kept the beard. I mean, come on.
I mean,
I can't grow a full-on beard, so I appreciate a good one when I see
it. Exactly. I'm in the same boat. My mustache might be on point, but the beard is lacking. And a solid beard.
Mustache.
That was Chris Evans' actual beard, right? That wasn't like a hair and makeup.
No.
That was his actual makeup.
That came out of his face.
Man, what a man! Like,
right?
What'd I give to get that to come out of my face? Did I just say that?
Yes.
Yes, you did. You can't take. All right, let me ask 2 other people.
I regret nothing.
The two other people who could kill Thanos. The likelihood of it. Ant-Man.
What is he gonna fly into fucking Thanos' asshole and just expand?
Hey, I dig it.
Hey, man, a lot of people say, "Oh, what's the cat gonna do? Scratch Fury's eye?" When the movie comes out, that's kind of what happened. What's Ant-Man gonna do? Go into Thanos' ass and just expand? That could happen.
I don't know, man. Giant Man.
There you go.
Between Giant Man and Hulk, who knows?
There is one other person, and I think this person has pretty justifiable causes to deliver the final blow.
I know exactly what you're about to say.
Nebula?
Yep.
Any chances of that?
No.
Not Nebula?
Nah, I don't see it.
I forgot about Rocket.
Ooh.
Because
they're not going to get the final blow to some damn raccoon.
No. Here's the thing, though. I saw this on Reddit, and there was a quote in Infinity War that Star-Lord says to Rocket, when he chooses to go with Thor over the team, he's like, I know you're only going with him because that's where Thanos isn't. And in the end of the movie, when they're in Wakanda and everybody's trying to prevent Thanos to get to Vision, Rocket's the only one that doesn't face Thanos 1-to-1. He doesn't see him. He doesn't he just backs off. I did not notice that.
Probably because he's a raccoon and he knows he can't do shit.
But
Well, I mean, he was with Groot though.
No. Groot attacked Thanos, but Rocket didn't.
Did he?
Rocket was not there. Rocket was not present at all.
Thor was the only one not present as well, and then
But he
showed
comes.
up
Yeah, but Rocket's not there. Rocket doesn't do anything there.
Maybe we'll get some awesome character development with Rocket.
And
I do like Rocket a lot.
I love Rocket a lot too.
He's such an asshole. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
But that also goes back to what Yondu told Rocket. He's like, "You're just afraid. You're just not showing it. You're just being tough all the time." But yeah.
Oh, F's in chat for Yondu.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
God, man, if they would have done a Guardians after the fact with Yondu leading it, it'd be so sick. Because Yondu, the character Yondu's OG Guardian.
Yeah, he's an OG Guardian. One more actually. I just because I have the poster loaded up too. One more person who could deliver the final blow. War Machine.
No.
No. Terrence Howard, War Machine.
Fucking Terrence Howard comes out of nowhere. delivers a sweet one-liner and just I don't know, shoots a rocket launcher out of space.
He's
Dude,
like,
I would laugh so
next
hard.
time, baby. He just comes out of nowhere.
Yep, next time. He's like, it's time.
For real though, dude.
It's that fucking Terrence Howard.
War Machine's a G.
Yeah.
He got shafted. Could you imagine him sitting at home, I don't know, working on Empire or some shit, and he's just like, damn, I could have been War Machine if I wasn't trying to get all this damn money.
Exactly.
Like, shit.
Well,
I actually really like Terrence Howard in that role. I mean, I love Don Cheadle too, but I mean,
the character's just a little bit unwritten. He's just underwritten. He's just kind of there, in my opinion.
I just find it funny that they just got another black guy. I just find that really funny. I mean, of course, I know that Rhodey's black, but I just found it funny they were just just interchange black people like nobody would notice. No one's gonna see it.
I just wish they would have got Don Cheadle for it from the get go because he's great.
Don Cheadle's a really great actor, and Terrence Howard was pretty good in the role, but unfortunately. But also, I don't know if you guys, you probably did hear about it. There was this whole outrage on Twitter that Denai Guerrero wasn't on, her name wasn't on the poster.
That was such a stupid thing. Dude.
But Marvel did fix it an hour later.
Yeah, just to get everyone to shut up about it. I honestly didn't think she was still on the freaking poster. She just wasn't at the top because she's not one of the top actors in the movie. It's not
I think she's probably only in the movie for 5 minutes, to be honest, because we haven't seen her in the trailer. But to be fair,
she doesn't play a big role, so why should her name be at the top? People who play a big role in the movie, like Thanos or Rocket or Captain America, Tony Stark, of course they're going to be at the top, also because the people who are playing them are very big name actors. But just because she's not at the top, which has happened to multiple films, doesn't mean that the person's any less important, even though she probably isn't very important in the movie. It's just not every person who is a part of the supporting cast needs to have top billing. That's just,
I plead the fifth.
That's just how movies work.
Right.
Oh, by the way, Zan, I have questions at the end. So I ended up putting up a thing on my page anyway. So.
All right. Yeah. All right. We'll be good for that. All right. Any last comments?
Fuck Hawkeye and his hair.
Nate?
Love Hawkeye. Love his hair. The Russos probably been the best thing to happen to the MCU, in my opinion.
Agreed. And Civil War is a great movie. Wait, Nate, I just want to get your opinion on one thing. Time out. I just want to get your opinion on one thing. Do you like Civil War?
Not as much as everybody else.
But do you like it still?
I think it's okay.
What would you hang on? What would you prefer though? Batman v Superman or Civil War?
Civil War.
Fuck you.
Thank you. All right.
You guys have horrible takes on movies. Just like
man,
that's all right.
We'll get there.
Moving on.
We'll get to that debate when we get there. All right. So I'm gonna butcher this name. Destin Daniel Cretton to direct Marvel Studios' Shang-Chi.
I'm glad you didn't call him Cretin.
Is it Cretton?
I think it's Cretton. I don't think his parents would Like, hey, we're the Cretan family.
With the Creeds.
It's probably Cretin.
Cretin.
Yeah.
So Shang-Chi is set to be the first superhero movie franchise with an Asian protagonist. Cretin directed films like Short Term 12, which I really loved, and Glass Castle, which was okay. The film is rumored for a 2021 release. Josh?
All right, so this is gonna be really short and sweet.
Yeah.
I have never seen a movie by Daniel Destin Cretin. I have no idea who Shang-Chi is.
Okay.
So, there's
the
I
mask-
second both. Actually,
I will say this though, and this is something I mentioned in the chat. I mean, I'm a huge fan of martial arts and like kung fu and shit like that.
Mhm.
Fucking get the fight choreographer from the Raid movies.
Mhm.
I'm there for that.
Oh yeah,
So
100%.
this is going to be a very short thing because, since you two haven't read it, I mean, I've read some. I think it's a pretty cool property to do. The Master of Kung Fu. I mean,
Well, if you've read it, hook
Yeah.
us up because I'll read it.
yeah. I mean, look. I don't know how well the comics did, considering, they're not around. Marvel seems to really like to, tangle with properties that failed in the comic, like that weren't doing well in the comics world, like Ant-Man, Guardians, Captain Marvel. Shang-Chi seems to be the next thing, like heightening, these awesome characters, because they are great characters that are just sitting on the bench. So I'm excited for it. I mean, that's the end of that. I think
Yeah, I mean, like I'll see it. It's a Marvel movie. I mean,
look,
it'll contain something that I actually really like. So I mean, even though I don't know anything about the property, this would be a good opportunity for me to, I don't know, learn some shit.
right, and
Yeah.
first superhero movie franchise with an Asian lead. That's pretty exciting to me.
Yeah, Steven
I'm
Yeun,
stoked for that.
Watch. Glenn is gonna play Shang-Chi. I guarantee it.
Yeah, how old is he?
I don't know, like
Because Shang-Chi's
something.
I don't know how old Shang-Chi is. He seems a little bit younger though.
He's probably like his early 20s.
I'm gonna-
But I
I'm gonna
think
look
I think Steven Yeun is like I think
Steven
he's either like
Yeun.
in like his late 20s, maybe early 30s.
He was born in 1983, so
Oh, you got that before I did.
almost 36.
Because there actually is a picture of Kevin Feige
35.
talking to Steven Yeun at the premiere for, I think it was either Endgame or not Endgame, Infinity War or another Marvel movie that came out. It actually might have been Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I mean,
So
you
you never
yeah.
know. They might already be talking about it. If they have a director already, which means the script is probably either, I don't fucking know. I think
Yeah.
Steven Yeun's gonna do it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm fine. Marvel pretty much lands the casting
I like
pretty
him.
well. Yeah. Marvel usually lands their casting pretty spot on. So I mean, I'm excited. All right.
I'm down for it.
So this next story is probably gonna take up a lot of time because me personally, I have a lot of. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but there's some weird development happening on the Flash movie. From the Hollywood Reporter, it was stated that the directors of the Flash movie, who are also writing the movie, and Ezra Miller have been arguing over the content of the movie. The directors reportedly want the film to be a more lighthearted story, which is apparently what WB is leaning towards. But Miller wants the content of the film to be darker. Miller has reportedly took to writing a script himself with Gunn.
Oh my god.
Shit. It's 10:30, man. Took to writing a script himself with comic writer Grant Morrison with his vision in mind. The first draft of the script could be submitted as early as, this week. I'm going to start this off. I always hand
Go
it
for
to, yeah, I'm going to start this off. Fuck you, Ezra Miller. You are an actor. You are an actor. Do your goddamn job. Look, actors are
So much for being professional.
no,
all right.
I'm sorry. Actors are expendable. Ezra Miller's acting as if he's been playing the Flash for 5 years. He's been playing this role for 1.5 goddamn movies. And plus he was in a film that pretty much everybody forgot. If Ben Affleck is expendable, if Henry Cavill is expendable, Ezra Miller's expendable. Come on. And I don't. Josh, go for it.
I would say, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. I mean, I agree with you when you say that all actors are expendable. I mean, except for a select few, like the Robert Downey Jr.'s of the world.
Right.
But I think Ezra Miller has proven time and time again in all of the interviews when it comes to the Flash or Justice League that he knows this character.
I'm not denying that either. I'm not denying that. I'm just
Hey, don't cut me off. I cut you off. Stop
All
it.
right.
Let me talk. Like he has proven time and time again that he knows this character in this world like the back of his hand. Like he's always talking about Flashpoint, or he's talking about the Speed Force, or he's talking about like the characters, or just how Barry Allen is as a person. First of all, I do think they made a mistake by making him Barry Allen. I think he should be Wally West, but that's a separate topic for a different day.
All right.
Grant Morrison is great when it comes to comics. Again, another person who knows Flash very well. I think having them team up could be a really good thing because we actually could get a damn good script from this man. But the only thing that I'm worried about is that, like, since Warner Brothers is already leaning towards a lighthearted film, they might just be like, oh yeah, nice script, but we're gonna go with this anyway. But on the same side to that coin, Ezra Miller had to have pitched something to the executives that made them say, okay, let's see what you have. Write a script about it and then bring it to us, and then we'll see what we go from there. He must have said something to them that convinced them to at least hear him out. And I'm curious as to whatever that is. I guarantee, like, since he wants the movie to be a little bit darker, the main antagonist of that film will be Reverse Flash, because Reverse Flash is one of the darker DC villains and probably the darkest Flash villain. I'm for it. I mean, like, I honestly hope that they end up using his script, because if they don't use his script, there's a possibility he might end up getting recast.
Well,
and then there's another thing that's just more stuff for people to bag on DC, like, oh, they can't keep their actors. First Ben Affleck, supposedly Henry Cavill, and supposedly Ray Fisher, and now Ezra Miller, and it's just gonna be like this whole thing. And I'm tired of hearing people just completely just bitching and complaining. So I'm just like, I hope they use the script. I hope it's amazing, because I would like to see a Flash movie. I love the Flash. I main the Flash in Injustice 2, and I've been playing it a lot recently. So like, I'm like all in Flash right now. So
I got something for it in a few.
All right, go for it, Nate.
No, you go ahead. I got something in a minute.
All right, so I was gonna say, Ezra Miller and Warner Bros. Have a good relationship. He's literally leading another franchise for them. Like, he's taking the lead of the Fantastic Beasts because of how big his character has become in that franchise, and it's only going to get bigger because of, spoiler alert, there's a pretty big reveal at the end of Fantastic Beasts 2 that he's
actually dead. Whoa.
No, well, he is a Dumbledore, but
what?
I heard.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
I don't care about the Harry Potter franchise.
Yeah.
I do. Okay.
But yeah,
back off.
Look, he's only Warner Brothers wants to maintain that relationship because he is big on that series, and there it's been out there that his deal as the Flash expires in May of this year. So, and Warner Brothers is trying to shy away from like this whole dark DC universe. They're going towards a more fun, lighthearted, universe. Aquaman was pretty bright, but some serious themes. Shazam looks really fun. Birds of Prey could have like that dark humor. What else?
Yeah, and Batman's gonna be dark as fuck.
So hold on. So that's a segue for me with what I was gonna say, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
The WB is trying to get away from the dark and depressing that is the DC movie universe right now, anyways. So you take someone like the Flash, who is known for his humor and lightheartedness, take that and put it into a darker flick. I think that's a recipe for gold, because you do have Aquaman, which I guess is a little lighter. I haven't seen it yet. I'll see it soon.
You haven't seen it?
And then you have, unfortunately not.
Next
I'll
time
be
I
seeing
come over,
it
I'm bringing it.
Yeah, like within the next week or two, I'll be watching it. And then on top of that, you got Shazam, which I haven't seen either, but looks pretty light.
It's not out
but
yet.
Either way, I don't know, man. I've been busy with work crap. All right. Yeah. Either way, I know they're trying to get away from the dark, but this is a prime opportunity for the WB to not overdo it. Don't let that pendulum swing all the way to the wrong side. Make the Flash a darker, more serious flick, but still keep the Flash as the Flash. And if Ezra Miller really knows his shit like he says he does, we're still going to get a good movie with the Flash doing his thing with some darker themes, which I think could really be a winning recipe in a solid movie.
But
Also, the thing about it is like it's possible to have a happy medium. Just look at Infinity War. Like, I hate comparing Marvel and DC, but Infinity War was a very dark film, but it also included humor, and it at least to me, I think they included the humor in really clever ways. So it's possible to have a movie that is not completely just bleak and depressing and stuff like that. Mind you, I like movies like that, but not everyone not necessarily has the same opinion about that kind of style of film as I do. There it's possible to have, you can have your cake and eat it too. You just, if the script is developed correctly, you get the right director, you can have a movie that like, you know, like Nate said, has dark themes, but also has that kind of that comedic, light, quote unquote, lighthearted feel, because Barry Allen is known to be or just the Flash in general is known to be a pretty lighthearted character. So it's possible.
You got to balance the light and the dark, man.
But here's the problem though. Warner Brothers really likes the directors. You know, I have the name here. 1 second. Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daley. They like what they're doing, and they've been working on this movie for a year. And for Ezra Miller to come in now and be like, "Man, I don't like that. Let me do my own thing." They're gonna walk if WB decides to go with Ezra's thing.
Well, how well do John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein know the Flash as a character, and how well does Ezra Miller know the character?
Oh, we don't know. They wrote the script. They wrote the script. I believe they wrote the script for Spider-Man: Homecoming.
They did, and then they also did Game Night that they directed, which was really good.
Oh, okay. I retract my statement then, because I like both those movies.
Yeah. So,
but the thing about it though is, there is no way that that they don't know about this. He had to have spoken to them about
no, the word on the street,
making some suggestions.
The word on the street was that he didn't like where they were taking the movie. So, and you know, and Warner Brothers, like, because they want to maintain the relationship with Ezra Miller, they're like, okay, your deal expires in May. Let's see what you could do. I feel like Ezra Miller's gonna walk. We're gonna hear about it in like a month or two now, because sure, Ezra Miller was brought in from Zack Snyder himself when the universe was going to be this darker universe, but things have changed. Maybe Ezra doesn't want it to change. He wants to maintain what Zack wanted originally, but that's not the case anymore. Warner Bros. Hired these guys a year ago. These are the guys who are writing and directing the movie. They've had years of this experience. Ezra Miller has only written one short film, and I don't know what kind of movies Grant Morrison has done. I know he's a great comics writer, but that sometimes doesn't translate well to the movies. Look at J.K. Rowling and the Fantastic Beasts movies. Doesn't translate well from books to movies. If Warner Brothers wanted to go for a darker tone, why would they have gotten rid of Rick Famuyiwa or Seth Grahame-Smith? Like,
well, the reason why they
creative difference.
But there were some rumors going around that he wanted to do like a more like racially like led film. I don't exactly know like the full details, but I guess Warner Bros. Was just like, no. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
But you know, it seems like Warner Bros. Really likes what Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daley are doing, and they want to maintain this. You know, okay, we finally got a hit with Aquaman. Let's keep it going. Let's play it safe, at least for now. And sure, you can have a dark Flash movie, but I don't think you'd want that as the first solo movie. I think that's something you'd probably want to do in the second movie. Like, plus for Ezra Miller to come out and be like, man, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to do fun. Are you kidding me? I hate laughing. I like being depressed. I'm Ezra Miller.
I think you're being too critical of Ezra Miller at the moment.
I don't know if it's like just the way I interpreted the story, but he was like, to me he just kind of came across as like, fuck that, I'm doing my own thing.
I think it's just the way you're interpreting it. Because I don't see it like that.
I mean, yeah, but to be fair, leave it to the professionals. Leave it to John Francis Daley and leave it to Jonathan Goldstein. Warner Brothers hired him for a reason. Warner Brothers loves what they're doing. I think Warner Brothers is just letting Ezra do his thing just to, play face, because they have maintained a great relationship, because he's leading their Fantastic Beast. They don't want him to walk away from that either. But
But the thing is like if they don't end up using his script, he's most likely going to walk. So they might end up just taking his script anyway, which will probably cause the directors to leave, which means more delays and more rumors and more other bullcrap. So
I think this is going to be...
Ezra Miller's be like, fuck it, I'll direct too.
I mean, I think, it's weird. Like, I do want to place a bet with you guys, though. What's going to happen first? The Flash or Gambit? Channing Tatum's Gambit.
Oh, The Flash. That Gambit movie's not happening. Ever.
Nate?
Because Marvel is not going to hire Channing Tatum to do Gambit from Marvel, the MCU. That's not happening.
Nate?
I plead the fifth.
How you go? It's a simple choice.
I wanted Channing Tatum's Gambit to happen so bad. He's my favorite Marvel character. Okay, leave me alone. Damn it!
I mean, like,
I actually didn't know that.
A movie like The Flash should not have this much creative differences. Like, how many? This is what, like the fifth.
So hang on now. Like, from what I see in this article, it looks like, Ezra Miller is trying to take some creative control, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, how much can we trust what we're hearing? What if it's just like him wanting a little more control over how his character is portrayed versus the overall story and how dark it is? I mean, we kind of don't really know. I can see kind of like where this is coming from, but at the same time, it's like, what is his actual impact on the movie gonna be? Is it gonna be small or is it gonna be huge? I mean, we've got someone's opinion saying it's gonna be huge, but do we actually know that? I mean, we kind of don't. So I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to just back off of this and wait till we get some more info, in my opinion.
I mean, it's not a bad call either, but considering where the story came from, there could be some legitimacy to it, but to be fair, sometimes the major trades could slightly get it a little bit wrong sometimes. I don't know, man. I don't know. And this just smells like trouble to me still. Like, it shouldn't happen.
It very well could be. I mean, the fact of the matter is, too, at the same time, news like this, whether it be over-exaggerated or not, if something stinks, there's something causing that stink. So
that's true.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I think Ezra's gonna walk. What about you guys?
I think there's a real possibility that he will.
Yeah.
If Ezra walks, who do you have on Barry Allen?
That's tough.
That's tough. That's because I think Ezra Miller can do lighthearted too. That's like what sucks is that he's a pretty good actor in the role. I would hate for him to leave. I don't want him to leave. I'd want him to play the lighthearted Flash, but it's just I don't know.
You know what I just thought about?
What's up?
What if he's doing this so he can incorporate some of Zack Snyder's ideas that he had when he was the lead of the DCEU? Like, he's trying to incorporate some of Zack Snyder's ideas that he had for the character post Justice League.
It's possible.
I can see that being a thing.
It's possible. I don't know though.
See, and if that's the case, then I want that script even more.
Yeah, that's
Hell
true.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. To be fair, Lord and Miller were on it when Snyder was still running things there. Lord and Miller were the first ones to do a couple of drafts of the script. So when you have Lord and Miller there, it could not be too dark. So, I mean, I don't know. Fuck it. Next
my
story.
motto.
Yeah, next story. Oh shit! Hang on, I didn't have a graphic ready, so I'm just gonna cut to the main screen for it. The Batman might take place in the 90s. Josh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know nothing about this, so go for it.
Yeah, so basically either yesterday or the day before, a report came out that Matt Reeves' Batman film will take place in the 90s, which means we'll be seeing a younger ish version of Batman. Not necessarily Batman Year One or Batman Year Two, just kind of somewhere in the middle. I would say maybe between 3 to 5 years in like his Cape Crusader career. And supposedly he wants to stay like super like comic accurate to like the source material, and he wants to include Batman's white eyes, which is something that I have been looking for.
We have talked about this on the podcast before.
Yeah, something I've been looking forward to for like a really long time.
Mhm.
Matt Reeves kind of hinted at the movie Chinatown kind of being a little bit of an inspiration, and Chinatown was like this movie that came out in, I do believe, like the early, actually no, the movie came out in 1974 and it starred Jackal Nicholson. What the
Jackal
hell?
Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. Jack-o'-lantern.
That guy. Fuck.
It starred Jack Nicholson as like a Los Angeles private eye. Some lady hires him to like watch her husband. So it was basically like a very like a drama mystery kind of like noir detective type thing, which is exactly what Matt Reeves said that he wants to do for his Batman film.
All about noir detective shit.
And I guess for me personally, I think setting in the 90s is a great way to kind of really hammer in that detective, dark and gritty kind of
Fresh Batman.
Yeah, I'm stoked about that. Like that, this sounds like everything that I've wanted it to be. The only downside, or I guess what some people could see as a downside, is that this most likely means that all of Batman's supporting cast is getting recast. So Alfred, Commissioner Gordon, we're not gonna. I highly doubt we're gonna see a Robin. We may not see a Robin until like at least the second or third film. Don't expect any Nightwing.
I'm fine with that, to be honest. I'm fine with,
but also,
when if you're setting it in the past, you got to recast, and I think that'd be fine. I'd want to explore some of Batman's past, but like not like day one. I'm gonna be Batman. Like he's gonna go train and all that. I want to see Batman just start like kind of where we started off with Tim Burton's Batman, 1989, where he's already established, but it's still kind
on top of that too. You got to think of Batman's gadgets for the time period as well. So we might see a little bit of a less gadgety Detective Batman.
Like low tech.
Yeah, because the internet wasn't a very huge thing in the 90s. I mean, like it was just getting off the ground.
Yeah, that's true.
So it'll be very interesting. But also something that I legit just thought about: the movie setting place in the 90s, sort of
more blockbuster.
It sort of kind of leaves the option open if they wanted to include Joaquin Phoenix's Joker in this universe.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's a good call. Because when does that movie take place? Like in the 80s?
Yeah, I think it's the 80s.
Mm-hmm. So 80s, 90s, not too far off.
Yeah, I think I'm actually looking it up right now to figure out where the time
because
period.
This is just a rumor, right? That this is taking place in the 90s. This Batman movie.
Yeah. There's nothing concrete. Everything's a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. Nothing's been confirmed by Warner Brothers or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I think I would dig that, to be honest. If the Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal is awesome, which it's gonna be, I'd be down for that. More so than like seeing Affleck's version of Batman with Leto's version of Joker. I'd rather see, in this unknown commodity of Joaquin Phoenix, who's like looks like he's doing like a combination of so many different Jokers while also making it his own, and that's just based on the looks of the character. But I don't know.
Yeah, the Joker takes place in 1981.
So he might be. I don't know.
They could find some wiggle room. They could.
Yeah, like those old X-Men movies, because the movies.
The rumor says that the Batman takes place in 1990.
Mm-hmm, so 9 years.
So you can work as a filmmaker. You can work around that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you can make something happen with that. So who knows?
I mean,
I'd be down. I mean, first we need to see a trailer for the Joker film, which there's a rumor that there's actually one that's coming soon.
Very soon. Oh, I can't wait. As I'm very nervous about this movie because of the writer director attached. I want this movie to be good. I really want it to be good. And,
so do I.
Yeah. Nate, any comments?
I'm scared.
I want this just sounds awesome to me. Like like Matt Reeves has said time and time and again, like this is gonna be a detective. This is gonna be a detective noir. It's gonna rely on his gadgets. Like this he just seems like he has like the perfect grasp on what he wants for this character, and like
Hands down.
yeah.
And the cool thing about it is Warner Brothers has their hands completely off. They're giving him complete creative freedom, and I love it.
I love it
because like I'm like just thinking, just whenever he talks about the Batman, like I legit just see Batman standing on a gargoyle, pouring rain with his cape cloaked around him.
You know he's
wide eyes
passionate
in the
about
dark
it.
in the darkness. Ugh.
Yeah, I think Reeves is gonna truly give us something awesome, and you know, as much as slack as I've given him, he's taken way too long. Time makes perfection.
Good things come to those who wait, my man.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I love detective noir. Like, I mean, make it happen and it'll be awesome. But, you know, if it sucks, it's gonna suck, and that's gonna.
Man, we don't hope for anything to suck though.
I don't want anything to suck, especially a fucking noir detective Batman. That's everything I've ever wanted.
Right.
So I have high hopes. I just don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah, neither do I. But
You're not gonna be disappointed. The movie's gonna be nothing short of amazing. I guarantee.
I'm with Reeves on it. I'm really excited for it, man.
Nate, have you seen the Apes movies?
Like that's the War for Planet of the Apes and Dawn, I think. Yeah, Dawn.
My guy. My brothers. I don't do monkeys. All right, let's just put that out there. I don't do monkeys. Okay, no, I've not seen those movies. I do not do apes or monkeys or gorillas. Okay.
Wow.
You'll love these
sloths. Fucking
What do you mean he'll do slots?
nothing. No, it's a inside joke.
Okay.
He knows what I'm talking about.
All right.
That damn stuffed sloth. Sit on the car. But like, what
They're
do you
okay,
against
but
apes?
I don't do monkeys, my guy. I just don't do.
Okay, what is it about apes that freaks you out?
I mean, they're like little hairy, weird-looking humans that have no fucking conscience. They're weird. They weird me out.
Okay, but this is a movie. We're not talking about actual apes. It's a movie.
Yeah,
like
it's a movie.
they're sentient. They speak.
Literally,
they have thoughts.
they're
they have a conscience.
They're literally played through motion capture by humans. And
yes, Andy Serkis
the
plays
goat.
Caesar.
The goat.
Gollum.
Hey, the goat does his job really well, but I do not do monkeys, my guy. I can't do. I do not do monkeys.
Josh, make sure he
Don't
watches.
do monkeys.
Make sure you watch them.
Dude,
Just-
fucking watch the movies.
just force him to watch it.
They're good. They're good.
They're really good.
Because like Matt Reeves described his movies in he kind of compares the Caesar, the main protagonist for those films, to Batman. Like it's a character journey.
Yeah.
Like we're seeing the world through Batman's eyes. We're seeing the world through Caesar's eyes, and we're following his evolution as a
character. As a damn ape for crying out
as
loud.
a character, as a being. You know,
Yeah.
like if you want to get a good idea for how Matt Reeves could tackle a Batman movie, watching Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and War for the Planet of the Apes is a great way to get a grasp on how Matt Reeves operates, and it's brilliant.
If he can make you care about a damn ape, he can make you care about the Batman. The Batman.
Yeah, like him taking that concept he used for the Apes movies and putting that into a Batman movie. Oh my god! Like you couldn't think of anything better right now. Like that's perfect.
I do want to ask one thing.
If Batman's a monkey, I'm out.
God dang it, man.
I do want to ask one thing though, and this might be like a type of scenario. This could go one or two ways. If you could see one version of the Batman movie, what would you rather see? Ben Affleck's version or Matt Reeves' version?
Ah, fuck you.
Gotta pick one. One goes, one you get to see tomorrow.
Damn it.
Plead the fifth.
You can't plead the fifth every time I bring up a decision like this. You gotta choose one.
I'm gonna go with Matt Reeves, dude. Honestly,
All right, Nate.
as much as I love Ben Affleck's Batman, I literally have a Ben Affleck Batman toy staring at me right now.
And it's an awesome statue. It's I like it's You gotta send me a link.
It's a hot
to
toy. It
Yeah.
moves.
Oh, it's a-
Statues don't move.
it. Oh, it looks like.
I'm not gonna lie. This is easy for me, my guy. I'll go with Reeves because, movie wise, I've not seen a Batman I like yet.
Really?
What?
So I mean,
Really?
don't get me wrong. Batman is like my favorite comic book character, but all the movies, there's every single Batman movie I've ever watched. There's just something missing, and I don't really think any of them nail it down.
Ooh, I just thought of something that I guarantee is gonna be what's gonna happen in this movie. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Aside from Batman and Robin, this will be the first Batman movie where he does not kill at all. Because Matt Reeves has been very adamant about being extremely comic accurate. And I mean, aside from like his early days and a couple of comics here and there, Batman never really
Kills. Yeah, that's true.
And I wholeheartedly believe that this will be the first live action Batman movie where we do not see Batman kill in any way, shape, or form.
Well, it's about damn time.
Yeah.
All right, because that's one of my big beefs with Batman movies in general.
I'll say, Nate, you and I, we had a long ass discussion about this.
We have drunkenly gone over this a million fucking times.
We really have.
Batman does not fucking kill. At least nowadays.
Yeah, at least nowadays.
Actually, nowadays he does be.
To be fair, this if the rumors are accurate, this is set in the 90s. It's gonna be low tech, which means it's gonna be harder to kill people, probably.
I
Hopefully.
mean, Gunn still exists though.
Guns still exist, but like guns on like
Batman
the
also doesn't use
Batwing
guns.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Because
Dude,
Batman was.
I hope we get to see Batman with like the Bat Glider, like something like to bring out some classic shit, yo.
Yeah.
Dude, I just want batarangs knocking fucking guns out and then Batman like kicking people and then like being like, oh, this dude's so and so because I fucking studied the. I don't know, man. Just don't kill anyone. I don't care.
Ooh, I have a question for you guys.
All right.
Ready? Long ears or short ears? What do you want to see?
In the middle.
Short.
Really? I think if you're going for like this detective noir,
I want the
like,
long.
school
I don't
Batman.
want the long.
Because when I think of detective Batman, I immediately go to the Long Halloween.
Mhm.
He had long ears in that.
I think I'll go long. But I prefer
Yeah,
like the ones in the
that's
middle.
fair.
Like the long ones, like to me, are like really long, and then the short ones kind of come up short. I just like something in the middle.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not
if you're gonna
talking
if you're gonna throw the long Halloween at me, yeah, I'll go long.
Yeah, like I'm not talking like 9-inch ears, like those things like stick up into like and like kiss the sky. I'm not talking about that. Like I'm talking like longer than Ben Affleck's. I love the suit. I love those ears. I love the cowl. I love it all.
Love his
But
chin.
like, love the chin. Love the bad chin.
Mhm.
But like, it just pieces the whole thing together. Having
Right.
the long ears, because I don't know, it's just a certain vibe that those give
Mhm.
that those give off. So, like something akin to, I don't know, the way the cowl is in the Arkham series.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Something like that. Yeah, I do want. What I'm hoping for this movie to be is this detective noir that Matt Reeves is promising, with action scenes like the warehouse from Batman vs Superman. Oh, I cannot wait. If he delivers, I think he'll deliver on the detective noir. I don't know how Reeves will do action. To be fair, like Batman. To be fair, this is also year one. Well, not year one, but this is like early days Batman. God, I'm hoping like for something like the warehouse scene in terms of
To
scale
be
of action.
honest, if we're talking about old school noir Batman, I can make do with no action, legit, hands down. Just
Well,
take him out.
It's funny you mentioned that, because his original first and second draft of the script didn't have much action. He actually did a couple of passes
Yeah, I heard
over the
about
script
that.
to add more action, and he actually recently, in the report that I read a few minutes ago, he just did another pass over, adding a little bit more action to the movie.
Mhm.
So he's gonna have like that balance of really good action and detective, like police work basically.
Right,
So,
and
yeah.
I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's a comic book movie. There's gonna be action. I'm pretty sure, like literally, even in this first draft, there was literally no action. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the case.
Dude, I don't know why I just thought of Matt Reeves tackling the relationship between Batman and Joker, just like the
Ugh, I cannot wait.
Boy.
All right,
Dude.
we went on to this for a while, but now it's time to take your questions. Josh is about to fire them up. Josh,
All right,
what do we got?
what are we at time wise, by the way?
An hour and 4. minutes.
Okay, so we'll do a couple.
Yeah, we'll do a
questions.
few. We'll do a couple. Yeah.
All right. So first question comes from Jay Clenn, and he says, "Is it true that Ray Fisher is no longer going to play Cyborg?" Sad face. If I'm pretty sure you guys probably don't know, but a recent report came out that says that Ray Fisher is out as Cyborg, and that Warner Brothers has no interest in making any Cyborg movie or any Cyborg cameos or appearances in the DC movies for at least a little while.
Not surprised.
That hurts my heart.
Not surprised, to be honest, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised either, because the movie's supposed they should be filming right now. The movie's supposed to come out April 3rd, 2020.
Mm-hmm. Supposed to.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out, and honestly, Justice League being as bad as it was completely fucked everything up.
Yeah.
I know everyone wants to move on, and myself included, but that movie doing as bad as it did fucked everything up.
Yeah.
Because sucks because I love Cyborg. I fucking love Cyborg.
Yeah, the Flashes, it's having all these problems. Cyborg is apparently it's supposedly dead. Henry Cavill's trying to get this Man of Steel 2 made, and it doesn't seem like Warner Brothers is particularly interested in doing it right now. So like Justice League really, it made things really difficult, because they don't know if these characters are going to work, especially Cyborg, because we didn't really get to see much of him in Justice League. There was a hell of a lot more in Zack Snyder's version of it. Like, apparently, Zack Snyder said that he was the heart of the Justice League. And we didn't get to see that because most of all of his scenes that made him the heart of that film were left on the cutting room floor, because I guess reshoots. I don't know. Hella reshoots. So I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's sad because you can tell Ray Fisher loves that character.
I just kind of wanted to kind of do a pause on this for a second. I'm actually on Twitter reading something, and this is actually kind of funny or interesting. And I just lost it. But basically, it said, it basically said, if Ezra Miller's championing so hard for his vision of the Flash movie, why the fuck isn't Henry Cavill doing anything about Man of Steel 2? I love that. I love that.
I mean, who's to say that he's not? We don't know everything that goes on behind the scenes.
That's true. But I want my goddamn Man of Steel 2. But I'm back to the subject. I'm not surprised that Cyborg's not happening, and I'm not surprised that Ray Fisher's out. Sucks for him though. He's a pretty good actor.
I mean, mind you, that's only a rumor. It's not like anything. Yeah. Nothing's been confirmed yet. So,
but when you're looking at the slate, when you're looking at the schedule, the earliest you can get Cyborg in a movie is what, 2022?
Yeah. I don't know if he would want to wait that long.
Yeah.
Heck, if I was an actor, I don't think I would want to wait that long.
Yeah. He's a talented actor. A talented actor. He deserves to have a lot of work handed to him. He shouldn't just be waiting around.
Yeah, I mean, plus now you have Cyborg on Doom Patrol, and it's actually a really good interpretation of the character, I think. I have a few gripes when it comes to his suit, and he still has his fingers, which is on one hand, which is kind of strange, and he has both of his arms. It's weird, but I mean, it's a good interpretation.
All right, Nate.
I love Cyborg. Come on. For Justice League, I was super stoked to see Cyborg on the screen, and yeah,
it's a damn shame.
It's a sad day. It's a sad day for me in my computer right now.
All right, Josh, what's the next question?
All right, this question comes from Kiang Holy. I probably butchered your name, and I'm very sorry.
How dare you?
It's Daniel Creston.
He says, Shazam, Joker, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 84, The Batman. Which one are you most excited for?
The Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah, I probably said The Batman.
The Batman.
I mean, we just spent 20 minutes talking about that thing.
If it's not the Batman, then I'd go I don't know. But it's the Batman. Fuck it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see. Here's a fun one. This one comes from J Cavill 4. He says, if you could have any job in the world, what would it be? I want to be a casting director. I feel like I have a really good eye for talent,
Mm-hmm.
so I'd want to do that.
I don't know. In terms of like the movies, or in terms of like just anything.
I know Nate wants to be a male stripper. I'd pay to see that.
Shit, I pay
What?
to see me strip too. Come on.
That's gross.
I don't know. I think I'd like to be maybe a producer, like someone like a Kevin Feige for like. Well, no, DC's already got their guy. Huh?
Do they though?
Yeah, they have Walter Hamada.
Yeah, but is he like a Kevin Feige? I don't see him as like a Kevin Feige. I just see him as another studio.
Move over, Walter Hamada. I'm taking your position. Zayn Hashmi is the new head of DC. First of all, name your goddamn universe, Warner Brothers. I'm calling it the DC Cinematic Universe. Fuck this extended universe.
I say extended because the only reason why people said extended was because the characters had for Batman and Wonder Woman, they existed for a period of time before Man of Steel. So that's why I even called it extended, because like it's just like
yeah, I get that.
Extending
But
their
like,
stories.
have they actually ever come out and called it that? Like,
no, I've seen it only being called as like Worlds of DC, but I don't hate. But apparently that's not the official name.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't think it has an official name. It's just
move over, Walter Hamada. I'm taking your job, man. I'm gonna run this ship perfectly.
I'll vote for you, my guy.
Yeah, thank you. All right, thank you.
All right. This one comes from Marino Israel Jr. He says Hellboy, Shazam, Endgame all next month. Rate from most to least excited.
Easy. This is easy, I think. Endgame, Shazam, Hellboy. Or like Endgame being at top, then Shazam, then Hellboy.
I feel like I'm a little bit more excited about Hellboy than a lot of people are, because I like the actors that they have. I like Hellboy.
I agree. I'm excited for Hellboy. I would have preferred
to see Hellboy 3. I think I would have liked to see Hellboy 3, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm not like like crying about it.
I'm crying about it. Fuck.
You know he's crying about it.
Yeah, no, Nate and I have had multiple conversations about it. He hates the way like the new Hellboy's mouth looks, even though his mouth looks fine.
Yeah,
his face is fucked.
David Harbour looks fine. I think he looks actually pretty good for the role.
Yeah, he looks fine.
He's.
I
want to be super excited for Hellboy, but I just think he looks fucking goofy. I've got the comics on my shelf to my right. I've got Ron Perlman was the perfect fucking Hellboy in my head. He got shafted, fucking, and then David Harbour's great. I fucking love David Harbour. But I mean, they made his face look fucking weird. I can't get over.
I mean, look,
I don't see what you see.
Yeah, I think the trailers and like from everything we've seen, like the photos, it looks fantastic. I think the trailer completely, like I had my reservations on the movie, but the first trailer, I think, really sold me on it. Like, I like the music, I dug the tone. Like, it just looks pretty fun. Like, in a dark way though, like dark humor.
I'll be making that more important than Shazam, in my opinion. I'll be seeing that before I see Shazam if it works out that way.
Come see with me on my birthday. My birthday is the same day the movie comes out.
Hellboy?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, cool.
100%. Yeah, I'm 100% game. I'll do that. I mean, I'm stoked for Shazam, but I don't know. I'm off. I'm off about Hellboy, but I'm gonna go see it, and I'm gonna go in with I'm gonna try to go in with no fucking negative attitude, and just try to sit down and enjoy it, because I already love the 2 movies that are out, and we're not getting a third on that, and I gotta come to terms with it, even though I don't want to. But we'll see how it goes, and I'm gonna try to not be mad.
If you go in wanting to hate the movie, you're gonna hate
the movie. But Nate, I did want to ask you.
I don't want to hate it.
I did want to ask Nate you like a question. I know, like, judging because of the fact you haven't seen Aquaman yet, and like Josh told me you just caught up on Venom. Are you gonna see Avengers Endgame opening night?
I'm gonna
opening weekend.
I'm going to try for opening night, but more than likely, hopefully opening weekend, I'm gonna see it. You know, I got a wife. She's not into all this as much as I am, so it's less important for her. So I have to convince her to go see movies, and it's
Yep.
very difficult.
After what she said about Aquaman, I believe that.
What you say about
Yeah.
Aquaman?
She said it looks stupid.
Yeah, she said. Yeah, she was just like, yeah, it looks pretty dumb, and I was just like, damn.
Yeah, so you know, I want to start seeing movies solo, but then it gets into like a whole financial thing because, you know,
Yeah.
I have a wife and a mortgage and we got to take care of our money, and then if I'm
Right.
off
And the
seeing
cute
movies
little
all the
pup.
time without her and the dog, I mean, come on. It's got to be so damn responsible with our money, and I just want to not be responsible with it. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm shooting
It's
for
life.
opening weekend.
It's
I'm
life.
shooting for opening night, but if opening weekend happens, I'll be happy. I'm
enough.
definitely shooting for opening weekend. I mean, we saw Infinity War opening weekend, so as soon as the tickets are available, I'll be buying them.
Dude, those tickets are gonna run out fast.
Yeah,
All right,
they are.
one more question.
One more question. Let's do it.
All right, this one comes from Cabler Bergren. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering.
At
his
least
name.
there's no numbers in these usernames.
Yeah, thank God. Actually, yeah, thank God. All right, this is actually a pretty interesting one. It says, "Do you think Thanos will die in Endgame?"
Yes.
Yes.
He's died multiple times in the comics. He always comes back, but yeah, I think he'll die, and I think he'll come back.
Yeah, because I could see a scenario where he doesn't die.
I could see a
Like,
scenario
I mean,
where he
shit.
doesn't die too, but I think he's gonna die. This is gonna be like.
fucking dude. Star-Lord killed him in the comics, and he came back. I mean, he'll come back.
But I don't know if he'll come back. Like, if they kill him, I think it will be definitive. Like, you can't. I don't know. I think they will kill him, and I think it will be definitive.
I'm gonna say that they don't kill him, and he'll just like go off into exile or something, or he'll just like leave, just completely fucked up. Like I'm talking like missing an arm and stuff, or just completely just brutalized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know though. I think
Because
he's,
Thanos is too good of a character for you to only use him once and then never use him again.
right, but he
I
did.
know you said
Agree.
that, I know you said that he dies and that he comes back, but like, I mean, like they may not want to have to go through all that. To how like we have to come up with a reason why he resurrected and what resurrected him.
Plus-
I
plus-
mean, if you can kill him and he comes back, I mean, if they kill him once, they can kill him again.
But here's the Marvel universe, the cinematic universe, is only going to get bigger from here with the X-Men, Galactus, Silver Surfer, the Fantastic Four.
Doom.
There's not going to be much room for Doctor Doom. There's not going to be much room for Thanos to play in then. Like I think
They don't need room for him to play. I mean, he can come back and then still be someone off on the sidelines,
Mm-hmm. That's what I was
maybe
gonna say.
helping Doom or someone, but
Maybe
never
go do
being a
Galactus,
big player.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he can always come back and still be doing his thing, but still be sitting on the side being like, "Fuck, I got beat. This sucks.
Yeah,
maybe I'll think
maybe
twice next time."
Yeah, maybe his quest isn't for the Infinity Stones anymore. Maybe he finds a new. He teams up with somebody. He's like, yeah, I had the most powerful weapon at my literal fingertips, and I failed, and I didn't, and I didn't succeed. So maybe teaming up with Galactus will make it, or Magneto or some shit. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of
maybe-
ways you could.
Maybe
You
he'll
could-
start courting death again,
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh, death is a thing, and I love her," and then we'll actually get the whole Thanos death Deadpool shit.
Well, the thing is with Death, it was heavily tied into the Infinity Gauntlet. So I don't know.
It's still a thing though, especially with the Deadpool comics. That's still a thing. So I mean, I think he should come back and be in the background for a little while, and then try to make a comeback, and then get beat again because the hero's all.
But there's just something about the way Infinity War ends, and Thanos is like at peace, and the way even I guess Kevin Feige came out today and said we want this movie to kind of feel like there's a finality to it. We've been building to Thanos. This is going to be the end of the saga. I think after Thanos, you move on to the next big bad or whoever. So I think Thanos is going to bite the dust in this one.
Wordplay, I like
Yeah,
that.
I didn't even know.
I can see them going both ways. I can see them going either way, but right now I'm sort of leaning towards them keeping him alive in some capacity.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I hope that's the case because I really loved him in Infinity War, but I don't know, man. We're only like a month left until Endgame. I cannot wait to see what happens.
It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. But that will do it. That will do it for us on the show today. Josh, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at DCU News. That is DCU News, not DCEU News. With like some people have been calling me. That's somebody else. Don't follow them. Follow me.
To be fair, I also in the very first intro that I made, Josh had to correct. Is like, that's not my name, man.
Yeah, no, it's DCU News. DCU News. You can also find me on Twitter at really sharp. Sharp with an E, SHARPE. That is my last name. So play on my last name, and I'm pretty sure I don't have to explain what it is. Also, check out the mediabyte.com where you post articles. No clickbait bullshit. We don't post articles about fan art and then try to pass it off as like I don't know news.
we don't talk about Cheetos.
Yeah, no Cheeto talk. We only have Cheeto dust on our fingers when we write our articles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, check out the MediaByte. Read all the articles.
Link will be in the description.
Follow all the social media. And yeah.
Nate, where can people find you?
Right now, Twitter at Drunken Dragon, and the E is a 3 and the O is a 0.
What
and
a
then,
Not what a name.
It's what I had to do, okay? And then Twitch, Drunken Dragon _3 for now. We'll be streaming soon.
Awesome.
Yeah, so those two spots are where you find me.
And you could find me on social media at PackyBruh, PAKIBRUH, bruh, on Instagram and Twitter.
Why do you always just add the extra bruh?
Bruh, if you could just let me talk.
I hate that. Bruh.
Deal with it.
Bruh, everything, bruh.
There you go.
Bruh. Okay.
Bruh. All right. That's
bread.
This,
You're the manager at the bread store. Bread.
That will do it for us. Until next time, peace.
Crazy Jane with blue eyes. Woo.
Oh yeah, I just saw that story. All right, bye.
Yeah.